watching. I'm Margot Kinberg, and this is In the Spotlight, a closer look at a crime novel. Some crime novels make effective use of a cast of characters. They can be quirky or not, but they're almost always interesting. You see this a lot in small town mysteries. Let's take a look at how that works today and turn the spotlight on M.B. Vincent's Jess Castle and the Eyeballs of Death. Dr. Jess Castle has more or less fled from Oxford, where she was teaching ancient history, to her hometown of Castle Kilbree. She'd sworn she would never go back, but she's had no choice. It's awkward to return, especially when it comes to reuniting with her father, James, who is a respected local judge. Still, she tries to settle in and start thinking about what her next moves will be. She knows she can't stay in Castle Kilbree, nor can she go back to Oxford. Then a gruesome murder is discovered. The victim is a local man called Keith Dyke. Detective Inspector John Eden and Detective Sergeant Karen Knott begin the investigation. Attention is soon drawn to a group of hippies living nearby. Since Jess knew one of the group at school, she's naturally curious about what the group is about and what's happened to her friend. That's when Eden pulls her in for questioning. He soon learns that even though she's a person of interest at first, she's also an expert on ancient symbols, signs, rituals, and the like. So he decides to tap both her curiosity and her expertise. Soon there's another, similar murder. Now it's clear that something is going on in Castle Kilbree, something that may have to do with ancient beliefs, or the murderer could be using those rituals to cover up very much more personal crimes. Jess and Eden will have to work quickly to find the answers before there are more murders. So what keeps this novel going? What are the elements in it? The past is an important element in this story. Jess, for instance, is still dealing with the childhood trauma that impacts her. Her past in the town is a factor too. I can say without spoiling things that the murders are related to past events as well. And since this is a small town, everyone has a past with just about everyone else. And that also comes out. As I said, cast can be an important part of a novel. And Jess knows a lot of people in this town. So as the story goes on, we learn about them too. For instance, there's Jess's close friend Mary, a bit adventurous and fiercely loyal. There's Jess's former boyfriend, Rupert Lawson, who's become a lawyer. Things are a little awkward between them, but they do care about each other. There's also Jess's father, the judge, and his housekeeper, Bogna, among other people in town. All of these characters have an impact on Jess and on the story, and in a sense, the story has an ensemble cast. The story is told from a few points of view, third person, past tense. Mostly Jess's and Eden's, so we learn things as they do. They clash at times, especially at first, but they do respect each other. And they both want this case solved. And as the story goes on, they develop a solid working relationship. There's wit in the story and some funny scenes. In that sense, it's not a dark, heavy novel. Still, there is some real danger for Jess as the story goes on, and there are some suspenseful moments and ugly things. In the end, we learn what really happened and who is responsible for the murders. And there are some positive outcomes for the characters. You couldn't really call it a happily ever after ending. After all, there have been some gruesome murders and things will never be the same, but there is hope and optimism. Jess Castle and the Eyeballs of Death is a small town story of a set of terrible murders and what's behind them. It features a cast of characters who are in a sense bound to each other, a puzzling mystery, and a protagonist who's trying to find her way. This has been In the Spotlight. I'm Margot Kinberg. Thanks for watching.